Alright, comrades, it is Mikhail here. We are now going to do the penultimate stage here in Zwillingstürme and Herbst in Arknights. The 9th level. So, big open map. Okay. I mean, straightforward. We also got a strange attack lane or enemy lane up here, which is a strange place, but fair enough. Looks like they'll be going up and around, I guess. Not really sure. We can definitely put Federico here. Or here, so we can have both. I don't know. But yeah, very open map. We could actually use Ifrit to blast this lane right here and just build defenses here. So she might actually be very good in this map. Shit, man. We need Xuxi for Federico, so let's grab Ifrit here. Don't think we need don't think we need her. Please, that is in this map. She will help Ifrit with the Rhine Lab stuff, so should be good. Alright, let's do this. Oh yeah, let's see how many I need. I didn't check. 8 left. Okay. We almost have Mudrock's module. Let's go. Let's do this. See what we can do here. I am very excited. We are now facing the Witch King. Oh yeah, Ebenholz is trapped here too. With Blessing, I think? Unless they got split up too. Herr Giello? Frau Draust? Or Drost, sorry. There's no A in there. Ebenholz is uncertain when he got separated from the others. Crumbling structures fall periodically from above, and the stairs beneath his feet spiral endlessly. He can only move forward. He is alone. Indefatigable? That's... okay, that's a new one. I did not know that was a word. You learn a lot in Arknights, you know. So many new words. You are despicable, Ebenholz. You've interfered in our judgment, wasted our time, and hindered our cause. You're practically the worst sinner there is. Forgive me if I don't look as sorry as I feel. That's fun. So would you join us for an audience with His Majesty now, or would you seek to prevent his return to the mundane world? You do not have what it takes. You could not do it. That should have been clear long ago. We should have known. It's obvious. His Majesty's blood is so strong, his soul is tenacious. The voice of mundane was but a byproduct of his music, and yet it alone brought you to your knees with the pain it inflicts. You were born weak, far too weak to live up to any expectations. That is to say, you are the ones forcing those wretched noises into my mind. Then in the end, is it me who bears responsibility for all this? You should be thankful, Ebenholz. So they'd known from the beginning that the voice of mundane wasn't the key to His Majesty's inheritance. Would the twins have granted you the title of Graf Urtica? No, even before then. You'd have died in the cradle. You should take pride in your title, but more than that, you should be ashamed of it. Yeah, I feel the same. And so be gone. You are hateful, Ebenholz. How many died under the Witch King's tyranny? How many disappeared without a trace? Fanya is scarred, and even 23 years later, the wounds are still bleeding. Verdammt! Only for the tyrant to die silently one night, never knowing any proper justice. And you, his last remaining descendant, you were born with the mark of sin in your blood. You should atone for him. Atone for all he did to Lefania. But why did you have to live a comfortable life, Ebenholz, all while mocking yourself as an obvious nobody? I despise this sin-tainted blood each and every day, the same as you do. No, you have no idea of the evil it has brought. Those remnants steal into Urtica again and again, encircling your spire like flies to rotting meat. My youngest son had only just joined the security forces when he found their trail. His corpse bobbed into a ravine for 3 days before they found it, all while you hid away in your spire. Do you even know the size of the Urtica domain? What crops it produces, how often the tax collector comes from the capital, what disasters the land has suffered in recent years? There is no lens here more hateful than you, your illustrious highness. Yeah, just get rid of that stupid, annoying bullshit. Good job, Ebenholz. Shut them up. I'm tired of listening to that. Oh no, another one. Oh god. Stop! Go no further. The braver you are, the more ridiculous you look. You are pitiful, Ebenholz. Do you remember Gertrude? Before she died, she left some real nasty curses. She cursed Weisheim, Lefania, the Witch King, and she cursed you. The curse was, word for word, may the madness of Ebenholz's bloodline haunt him forever. When you came back to Zwillingstürme, I thought to myself, damn, that mad woman's curse really came to pass. That stubborn kid couldn't escape the vortex of fate. Of course, he would never give in to fate, but this time, he'll fall right into the madness to break free of it. You should feel relieved, shouldn't you? The voice of Mundane has troubled you for over a decade, but even more than resisting it, you've been carefully guarding it. You were guarding a bomb, afraid that it would blow at any moment, afraid that the wrong people could use it to hurt the innocent. Oh god. Thank you for everyone who said, bless you. Okay. This was a heavy burden and an extraordinary fate. But in the end, it was just noise, a totally non-lethal headache. Go home, Ebenholz. Gertrude's curse has already fizzled. 9! I can't bear it. Because this is even more debilitating curse. In the end, your struggle isn't even worth mentioning. Your resistance is meaningless. Those who sacrificed themselves for this, those tears and smiles you've carried in your mind forever. How will you face them? You've come to realize that trust, pity, understanding, mutual reliance, all those incredibly beautiful emotions, they are not precious because they're rare. But they can suddenly turn so light, so weightless. Like a joke. Yeah, a joke. How could they be a joke? Please, no more annoying shades. For the love of fuck, man. They are annoying me as much as they are annoying Ebenholz. Ah, thank you. He looks to the spire. Ha, I knew it. I knew you'd be here. You've been dead so long, but you still fantasize about letting this wicked spire descend upon Lefania again. You won't succeed. I will use all my arts, wave my wand until it breaks, manipulate my originium dice until they shatter. If you still have flesh, I will destroy it. If you still have a soul, I will annihilate it. I'll interrogate you, curse you, and I will kill you. Witch King. Good shit, Ebenholz, my fucking homie. Good shit. Ugh. Okay, title music. Okay, we gotta give him a super scary voice. Franz, do not touch the notes in the air. The witchcraft I've integrated into the melody here, which I have deleted, still contains a terrible power that will last until it completely dissipates. Calm your emotions. Evade the world of the ancients from a millennium ago. Do not let your mind be distracted. Ebenholz tightens his grip on his wands but cannot say a word. He has read all about the Witch King. Not too long ago he was even imprisoned in his room. He knows his history. The notes flow slowly about the space. The melody known as Syracusa is leaving the movement that is Lefania. He hears what sounds like a booming of loud thunder, pouring rain and surging wind. The world of Lefania has turned into a power that matches heaven and earth, washing repeatedly over the small room. Even standing at the door, the surging energy presses firmly against his heartbeat. Oh, we can't see him? Oh! That's what he looked like! Dude, he looks sick! That's a picture right there. Yeah. The man at the center of the room does not turn to look at him. He is focused and proud. He is a reef that stands above the turbulent waves. Ebenholz cannot help but suspect he has come to the wrong place. This looks more like the faithful knight of a certain composer or a most passionate lecture by a historian. There is no hatred here, no destiny, nowhere to place his anger. Ebenholz suddenly realized one thing. He has never truly seen the Witch King in all his life, not even in his most terrifying nightmares. Fremont, you're late again. I don't recall you being such a popular teacher. Did you find yourself waylaid by a crowd of students? Oh, young! Oh my god, look at him! Yo! Young Fremont looking handsome though. Damn, son. Look at that. That dude. He must be getting all the sarcastic ladies. First, a teacher's temperament makes you hesitate in the face of knowledge. That means nothing more than those youths claiming to be Lefania's finest are in fact fit only to tend the ivy that climbs her spires. Secondly, it is Ludwig's Universitat, not you, that grabs me my scholarly stipend each month. I am not at your beck and call. Or should I not tap back to His Majesty the Great Hercules like this? Yup, just as he looks in the images. This isn't the first time, nor will it be the last. Next month, Kurfürsten from across the land will begin to arrive in Verdunion. Time is running out, Fremont. I hope that when their audiences conclude, they will each take copies of the amended Goodness Gazettes back to their respective Kreis. You've known far and wide as an exceptional monarch, even called a once-in-a-millennium ruler by those sheep and deer. Are you really so eager to set your own prestige in stone? Gotta give him a much younger voice now. What's next? Bringing the Kurfürsten's armies and civic powers under the direct control of the Imperial Spire? We've already discussed this. When I first arrived in Lefania, the Kaiser at the time was already troubled by the Syracusan question, how long has it been? Now the wolf pups dare not make but slightly bigger moves. You've only just ascended. Why not take some time to choose your robes for the upcoming ceremony? I've already chosen. Are you still worried that amending the Goodness Gazettes and the accompanying policies could plunge the realm into unforeseen turmoil? I don't care what happens to Lefania, but moving my library would be a tremendous pain. You've been studying the movement ever since you became Kurfürst of Ebenholz. We both know precisely what it is and why no one dared consider amending it for 1,000 years. The 3 main sections, the tenfold melody woven into one. It is truly a superior piece of witchcraft, created by the artsmasters of a prior millennium. It is the supreme will of Lefania, infused within the power of countless sages into the creation, contemplation, and protection of this land. Sorry. It is as close as we could possibly come to eternity. Eternity? Setting aside the Minoan philosophers, musing on the question of whether or not man can step into the same river twice. I think only the liches are particularly fond of using that word. And only you people truly understand its meaning. Eternity. The immutable, the immovable. But eternity does not mean immortality. Indeed, the sages who crafted the movement of thousands of years ago accomplished an impossible feat. That is when this land came to be known as Lefania, but it is more than just the name of a country. The idea of Lefania is what allows the people here to prosper and suffer together, engraving elegance, harmony, morality, and beauty into every breath we take. They are a millennium ago crafted a superior vision for the country, making Lefania into a truth of the land. But all truths eventually decay, and our current friction with Siracusa is the greatest proof of that. But I will bring a better future to Lefania. New Lefanian ruler produces the movement and looks at the Lich. Eternity, immortality. Hakumshorn's voice is not heavy, but Fremont hears these hefty words shatter and reassemble between his lips and teeth. How arrogant of you. How very Hakumshorn. But how can you ensure that Lefania under your rule won't face even greater crisis? That the future you're bringing will be truly immortal? There is no composition that can't be written, no art that can't be surpassed, no will that can't be overcome, no unknown that can't be conquered. Immortality lies in renewal. To this day, both the ocean and the sky remain shrouded in a fog of cognition, and this continent is the limit of what Terrans can know and perceive. But the knowledge you share tells us that even the loftiest clouds and deepest sea trenches are nothing but reality imprisoned by time and space. And beyond this reality, there exists another side of the world. A realm of emptiness, elusiveness, and dangers. If the questions are endless, then so too must be the answers. The Graf Spire in Urtica is too small, so I built the Genesis Spire in Verdunian. It is already the tallest in Lefania, but not necessarily across all the lands. But I will never stop. That is the difference between myself and sages past. That is immortality, Fremont. I hope that when you build a new spire, you will make a few extra rooms, so you won't need to use my own secret chamber just to modify a piece of music. I will. Now then, let us begin. I'll go activate all the resonance capture devices. It will all be clearer once we dismantle the melody later. Hakumshorn sits firmly on the chair in the center of the room, unfolding the movement. Fremont nudges aside priceless ancient tomes to make room for the witchcraft matrices? I don't know. By the way, Fremont, what is it you call the other side of the world? The beginning and end of all threats. A petty name. Their phylactery grants liches an almost unique ability among the races. Concealing that phylactery means a life that will not end. With infinite time, liches are allowed to glimpse the infinite truths of the world. But do you treat them as merely pages in a tome of knowledge? Caution is in our nature. The more we discover, the fewer spaces we can live. Right then, Fremont, what about you? Me? The beginning and the end of all threats. How often you complain that the liches under your command are either too young or too hidebound, but have you ever considered entering that space rather than treating it as simply a drawer in which to hide your phylactery? Look at the animation, that's sick. A terrible chill sweeps over Fremont. A faint but dazzling light blooms atop Hakumshorn's scepter. He has already begun to play the goodness gazettes. Fremont's hands have not stopped either. Lich and Cabernet, king of the royal court and Kaiser of Lefania, they have always moved in tacit agreement. Even in the tensest moments, the two could not insert discussions on various topics. Philosophy, music, and sometimes even the climate and cuisine of Lefania. Hakumshorn had raised the matter so naturally, the true secret threatening the mortality of the liches. If he used his exile to the fullest extent, the life threats could dissolve all of these notes in an instant, annihilating the defenseless man before him. No one else knew the Lefanian Kaiser had come here. He would have enough time to tell the Lich court to flee the country. But Hakumshorn had raised it so naturally, casually bringing up the secret that had remained hidden all those long years. After a long while, Fremont burst into hearty laughter. Wonderful! As it happens, I've also encountered some bottlenecks in my study of that space. If you're really interested, Hakumshorn, I could lend you my phylactery. What the fuck? That's enough, Herr Consort. Don't you find the nostalgia nauseating? It's enough to make me want to vomit last night's leftovers. Besides, I'm running out of time. Holy fuck, that looks creepy. Oh, oh, that's how he looks now. Wow. Damn, he does have the almost the same arts as Ebenholz. Look at that. The dice stuff in his hand? Yeah. It's been a while, Fremont. I'm sure you remember what you've borrowed. The time has come to return it. Oh, okay. Oh, whoa, 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 alright. Fantasia the gift. Do we get another W? Another Lappy W? Oh. Yes, we do. Okay, where did they come from? Uh-huh. Yep. Uh-huh. Yep. Yep. Mm-hmm. Alright, top lane. Oh. Okay.
My hammer's not so weak.
Okay. Oh shit. Fuck. Alright. Shit. Alright. Okay. I keep forgetting which enemies are ranged and which are not. I was like, oh okay, I can just put Arturia right here. Nope. Okay, so what is that? Okay, that's ranged. And that's melee. Okay. So the ones with the big ones, they look exactly the same. Okay, so okay, wait, no, those are female and those are male, right? So the females are the ranged and the males are melee. Okay. Okay. We know now. Okay, let's go. Let's go. That was annoying. Okay. We got this. Might as well get Scatty out as quick as possible so we can take good use of her healing. Yeah, those are the melee ones. Okay, gotcha.
Enemy cover demolished.
Absolute destroy them there. I don't think we can keep him alive there. Okay, what if we do this then? First. Oh wait, no. They're coming from the mid lane, yeah. There we go.
I'll give you stress concentration point measure.
Here we go. Here. Oh, they're moving now. Hell yeah. Good. Good. Oh my fucking god.
いつでも演奏でドクターの要望破られた近畿にもはや力はありません戦闘準備
I need her. There we go. Fuck!
飛べ
Oh shit. Oh my god, Federico is MVP right now. Look at him! Look at him! Get fucked, dude. Damn. Wow. Get fucked, man. Holy shit. Annoying we lost Arturia though. Boom. Yeah, fucking easy clap, dude. Oh, fuck, what? Dude, these guys are fucking annoying. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Oh! Shit, okay. That was only 20 enemies! Okay. Franz, steady your breathing. You're going to crush your Erdinium dice into powder. Their former owner, Bielefeld was the great... I don't know. Okay, I'll try that. Fucking holy shit, I butchered that. Their former owner, Bielefeld, was a rare great caster of Eidenherr who lived a century ago. He was used the dice to control the wind and lightning in the central valleys of Gaul, masterfully sinking its indomitable flagship of Corsica and the first, and ruining the enemy's formation in a single stroke. The Battle of the Four Emperors? Indeed, it was a delightful victory. The Gaulishman couldn't even manage to cobble together a complete banner. The lamentations of the fleeing and the cheers of the victorious alternated like a grand duet. Unfortunately, we lost Bielefeld in the subsequent attack on Lingones. I saved those dice as a tribute to him in his honor. If the will of a caster wavers like the grass in winter, how could he ever hope to control the wind and lightning? Huh. Ebenholz remains silent. The Witch King's tone is calm, even gentle. It was a feeling not unlike he had discovered a child who'd stolen an old item from his home stopped him, and explained the item's provenance after the necessary scolding. How long have you been gone, Franz? Gone? The weakening gold melody seeks an exit from the secret chamber with Ebenholz and the Witch King standing outside the door. Before them lies a steep, dark red staircase. This is the Graf Spire Nertica. A series of changes have taken place since the Weisheim incident, and he had been gone for over a year, but he could never forget the place. Do you dislike these stairs? These carpets blood red engraved with dark patterns beneath the pristine handrails. The messengers who came from the capital every once in a while exchanging glances, the servants standing in every corner. Sorry, it's hard to like them. Right. When I was your age, I would wake up in the middle of the night and take these stairs to wake up my tutor. The Witch King ascends the stairs. The sound spreads far down the long corridor as the lamps along the Walls light up one by one, illuminating the path beneath the feet of the spire's owner. Between the lamps float interconnected intricacies of witchcraft. The tour sent by the empresses was intended to perform poorly so many a night Ebenholz would sneak into subtler corridors in practice. He constantly followed the Witch King. For a moment he seemed to think that... Oh shit, I forgot to turn that down. For a moment he seemed to think that the man was still living in the spire, only waking up in the middle of the night to head to the door for whatever unknown reason. The short-horned Lafia opened the door. I didn't go in, I stood in the doorway and asked him. Over the course of 3 months, I reviewed the 634 scores collected throughout the ancient spire, all composed by famous musicians and grandcasters. I took the melodies apart, including those that were incomplete or unplayable. Why is that the art of which Lefania is so proud, accumulating the beauty of elegance and harmony of 1,000 years, flows with dead melodies and crusty notes? I turned this sculpture by the door into a sandbox, quickly deducting the situation for the next century. Iberia will form an alliance with the sea. Victoria's steel knights would spew steam. Boots coated with mud and blood would trump into foreign lands. The Gaulish irises would bloom in the deep forest of Ironwald. But what of Lefania? The country's horns and fangs are rotted nearly right out of their heads. First with Siracusa, then with Sturmland. Moss and vermin infest every nook and cranny of the spires. Why do you turn a blind eye to all of this? 9. Why do you not know of it? The short-horned Lafia was still half asleep, but more detestable than the sand still sprinkled, unwiped in the corners of his eyes was his long silence. The fear and emptiness he tried to hide. He claimed to be the most knowledgeable man in Urtica, and even all of Einwald, but he couldn't answer a single question. Then you kicked him out of the spire, and his entire house fell into decline. I've heard the story. Just for that, you truly are unreasonable. Junge, if I were you, those hypocritical servants who secretly partook of the wine cellar would never drink a drop of water again. They would feel the pain of their throats cracking inch by inch until their deaths. As for the teacher who tried to mold me into useless rubbish, he would find himself impaled by arts dozens or hundreds of times stronger than his during one of these perfunctory demonstrations. His expression of fear could be frozen into a fine sculpture. The foolish ministers who tried to manipulate me with a melody would be manipulate themselves, and the obvious contradictions between the twins black and gold could be exploited. Exploitation without purpose, arbitrarily taking lives. In your own words, those heinous acts are completely meaningless. Witch King. The purpose of a stairway is to lead you to a higher place. Hold on, give me a second. Oh, fuck. Alright, I gotta fix this. Well, hold on. I despise these stairs as well, but because they're too short. Graphitica Spire is so small with such a narrow view. Franz, you see this spire as a cage, so how will you break free of it? How will you defeat your enemies? Who are your enemies? Oh shit. You are despicable, Ebenholz. You are hateful, Ebenholz. You are pitiful, Ebenholz. Is it them? Nine, of course not. Then, is it the Witch King? Is he the nightmare that's troubled you for a lifetime? Nightmare? The increasingly empty house, the white-haired child holding his trembling hand on his knee, softly singing a song that begins with "The sky is blue and fine." The sound of the cello spreads out like an endless grassland, while the sound of the piano turns into a flowing stream. He washes away all weariness, allowing him to walk a long way with the dark of night no longer so heavy. He often dreamed of these things. Dreams are already fleeting, and if he has to miss these beautiful moments, he would rather never sleep. 9. I have never dreamed of you. Memory? Memory? For das Hexenturms Triumph der Goldmond. Vorspiel zur Zwillingstürme. The theaters across the country must perform certain plays each quarter, all with similar themes. With Utica being the old tyrant's homeland, such plays were put on twice as often. And as Graf of Utica, he was required to attend all of them. How many times did he sit in the audience watching the Witch King Paris doing a duet of justice shortly before leading a standing ovation? Statues on the streets. Illustrations in books. He has seen countless Witch Kings. Without exception, the mysterious lights surrounded their twisted horns, and even their voices had a strange tremor as sinister effects were added to them. They were quick to anger, cool, bloodthirsty, with grotesque and exaggerated expressions under their masks. Not one of them, not a single portrayal matched the appearance of the man before him. The ambitions of the masses need adornment, their desires need release, their hatred needs relief. And you, Franz, the larger the shadow that obscures your fate, the more your failures have to stand on. Every one of you is happy to imagine such a Witch King for the purposes of that attribution. Imagining, you say? The cruel decrees, the inhuman experiments, the fires of war, all the suffering you inflicted, the countless innocent lives lost, all of it, you call that imagined? We're talking about you, Franz. You've never made the slightest effort to represent the people you now claim have died. Oh fucking shit, what? A sudden headache washes over him, much like the nights he was haunted by the voice of Mundane. On those nights he could only grip his flute desperately. He felt as though he was dying, so he would exert all his strength to curse the man before him until his surroundings became clear. But the voice of Mundane is long gone, so why does the pain still flow? Ebenholz cannot see his own bloodshot eyes, but the layer of red webbing in his field of vision becomes increasingly heavy. Pain stirs all memories, tearing through all emotion as if trying to draw everything out of his head to transform into something tangible. Nightmares, memories, imagination. Look back on your rather short life. Countless times you've cursed the name intertwined with your own, that indelible mark. Could it all have been for nothing more than the facing the void, looking into the mirror? Huh? The Witch King is dead. By the time you were born, by the time of that night 23 years ago, and his death was genuine. What meaning is there in calling a dead man your enemy? The terrifying experiments of your childhood, the pain that's lingered throughout your life, the cold lies and mockery of so-called representatives and servants, the criticisms and accusations of others, do you still dwell on those things? 9. You know very well that, compared to what I've lost, all those are insignificant. Correct, you don't care. You really are upholding the promise you made to him. You are prepared to walk through the long night bearing it all. But Ebenholz, why, after all this time, are you still in such pain? Accepting a punishment is not the same thing as finding redemption. Why can't you forgive yourself, the man who has always been protected to the very last? Why can't you let go of the sacrifices they made for you? Why do you continue to indulge in self-flagellation, unable to move forward? Because there might be yet even more precious commitments, even greater sacrifices, even deeper regrets, and even longer suffering ahead. You can't help but doubt. You can't help but fear. So then, Ebenholz, who is your enemy? But Ebenholz, if you don't move towards the night, you can never walk out of that night. And the night itself is meaningless. The night itself is meaningless. Sehr gut, Franz. You have defeated your enemies and broken free of the spire that was your prison. The Witch King waves his hand, and the golden melody, as it is finally released, flows toward the door like so many harmless fireflies, quietly drifting in the river of history. They pass by Ebenholz, brushing against his clothes and hair with a touch ever so gentle. Ebenholz suddenly feels a baffling sensation, as if the Witch King had patted him on the head. Poof! Ebenholz cannot control himself. He bursts into laughter. So after all my tremendous efforts to storm Genesis Horn, I end up winning the praise of His Majesty the Witch King? He laughs at the image of himself, at his own embarrassment. He laughs at the past 19 years, realizing he has never laughed as heartily. Even if thunderous rage were to punish him for his laughs, the very next second his headaches were to turn him into... headaches were to... What the f... That makes no sense. And headaches were to take him back into the abyss, or even if he were to shatter into pieces, he wants to keep laughing. But nothing happens. The endless staircase, the spire of Urtica, even the Witch King, it all vanishes. Nothing remains but an empty throne. Ebenholz stands before the throne in silence, waiting for the unreal sensation to fade away completely. There she is! I was wondering what the fuck she was up to. You've been watching long enough, Sancta. In his laughter, I felt a sense of melancholy and liberation. The character at the center of this drama finally confronts all that he's been through, whether scripted or in life. If he finds a new goal, he carries on steadfast. What about you? You were the first to enter my pavilion even before Fremont. The pavilion, my palace. Thanks to Julia, I got a glimpse of what it looks like. It reproduces all that Lefania has ever taken pride in. The spires that join the millennia, the knowledge, art, and power accumulated over generations, undiminished by time. There is nothing else like it. An immense project beyond human capability. In fact, I speculated on it even before. The soldier, the painter, the scholar, the tuner. I met each of those who personally witnessed their Tod des Hexenkönigs. That night made the deepest impression on their lives. They were entangled by it, trapped in the contradictions of their times and themselves. Through them I reconstructed the last melody you left in the mortal plane. Hoarse and cacophonous, impossible to interpret through conventional music theory, this melody couldn't possibly point to a legacy to inherit as your followers had expected. It was never meant for the mortal plane. The echoes painstakingly collected by the people of Lefania are the bricks and mortar of this palace, another form of construction material you left behind. They would ultimately be found by others, but who could uncover their purpose? Fame, honor, wealth, an individual, a house, a class. Those shallow motifs run throughout all melodies across all lands. The meaning of music had always been so narrow. Sancta, unlike those foolish ministers who come from the so-called Holy City, are not unconcerned with Lefania's past and future. Nor are you a lich unaware of the existence of Kagerreich. You do not walk the path that Fremont does. And so why are you here? Before I explain my purpose, I have a question. At this very moment as we stand here, are you only a strand of strings trembling in rigor mortis? A patchwork of flickering lights subjectively colored by emotion, one of the countless fragments of consciousness? Or are you the fully intact Witch King? I had meant to play you. The physical woes and underpinning sound cannot be realized in Kagerreich. However, the place I stand does not acknowledge the rules of Kagerreich. The loss of sound is your own limitation and has nothing to do with the pavilion. Music is your eyes, your ears, your heart, your everything. You think you've lost all perception, yet desire is stronger. You are a dull yet interesting observer. Arturo releases a grip on the cello and simply looks at the Witch King. His entire life, all he has been through, his thoughts and emotions collectively resonate through the space, filling every cubic inch. This is the place he has built for himself. You walked in, you see what he sees. Huh? Arturo sees what she had read in the old Lich's memories, the blackness. Infinite blackness, or rather chaos. Human understanding of this word often comes from the negative emotions associated with it. Confusion, disorientation, sadness, anxiety, fear. In reality, it normally refers to a state that is difficult to describe or an object or concept that cannot be established. But this is the only word that can describe the scene before Artoria. Desolation, a land of annihilation. What sits behind the material world, the vector of collapse? No visible boundaries, no discernible direction, sound, light, shape, color. Things that do not belong in the same dimension mix, stack and stretch. The cursed life forms and their environment are symbiotic, even mutual bodies. Annihilation is the only ecology here. Chaos surrounds the Witch King's palace, like sunlight and air surrounding a bubble that could burst with a touch. The Witch King's spire stands in the center of the palace, with originium crystals growing from its base like moss between the bricks. But such moss covers the entire palace, connecting seemingly irregular spires and other buildings comprising some vague formation. Chaos invades the outermost clusters of spires like a rising layer of mist. Once the mist dissipates, der Wiener Urturm and die Tür des Wissens no longer exists. Clearly the palace is gradually emptying, but its boundaries remain as if adhering to predetermined rules. My casters, my musicians do not resist the storm of lightning and dust. In years past they destroyed the goddess trees, and now they will push back this chaos. Celestial phenomena and calamities join this symphony. As Originium shapes new connections for you, your bodies and consciousnesses will become part of the instrument's string and troop formations. Fill the gaps, reform the lines. Kagaik is beyond comprehension, demons cannot be captured, incompetence is nothing but cowardice. Return all intelligence to the spire for analysis. Confront it, comprehend it, conquer it, in the name of Lefania. Vibrate the strings of our lives until they break. The King of Casters stands proudly on his throne with all the spires at his command. This founding of a nation occurs simultaneously with the push and pull of war, as it did with Lefanian history. Amid the unending chaos, the Witch King is the only comprehensible order. Your enemy is terrifying, so incomprehensible. Is Lefania your unwavering cause? Even death cannot end it. Just as Herr Fremont predicted, your palace is suffering an irreversible collapse. Do you regret it? If you hadn't become a tyrant, if the mutinous army hadn't seized your spire, if death hadn't ended your study at Kagaik? Would you have had time to make this palace more stable, unshaken by chaos? Do you ever wonder if you weren't the Witch King, if you didn't stand on the shoulders of all Lefania? Could you master arts and knowledge beyond the reach of mere mortals? Could you surpass reality itself? Could you build your own spire within Kagaik? Your questions are meaningless, Sancta. I have no regrets, and I do not wonder. I do not fear monsters, nor do I fear becoming one. Then, Your Majesty, I come in search of confrontation. Confrontation? It has been a long time since someone spoke to me of such things. I seek for you from the greatest answer a human heart could seek. A future. An ideal future. Why are you standing there like a fool? Was the blow too hard? Do you have a brain damage? What's your excuse? Oh, there he is. Hell yeah. Oh, what a comeback. A rude little goat you are. We can never have enough Fremont. You saw him too. Did you win? Win? In this ruined place, I could fight that man innumerable times, debate him for innumerable years. But how could I win a debate with an echo? How could I kill a dead man? Then we might as well leave. Leave? You really want to turn and walk away? After everything you've suffered on your journey, even if you stand right before the throne? I'm here. I've seen it. The throne is empty. But the spy is still here. This strange, distorted, dangerous space, it still hangs over the heads of countless people. You're the most powerful lich. Tell me, what should I do? How can we once again topple the Genesis Spire? There is only one way. The same way was done 23 years ago. Wait. You want to... Wait, what? You want to destroy the Witch King? How the... But if we want to kill the Witch King, we need the twins, right? I don't see how any of us have the power to stop him. Yeah, I'm not nervous. Not nervous at all. Anyway, what a beautiful sunset. Liselotte, why are you hiding here again? I'd rather not stay with the envoys of the Kurfürsten. They speak so crudely of post-war matters right in front of us, as if we are already dead. Herr Fremont says the odds of us surviving the battle are less than 1 in 10. Since the day we were born, every test we've taken has surpassed the expectations of those old men. But the battle with Herr is another test. Isn't another test. It's the only chance we have. Then we will seize the chance. We have Herr witchcraft, godless technology, and the Lich's blessing within us. We are more perfect, more powerful than anyone else alive. But we can still die. They haven't turned us into immortal war machines. They gave us human bodies and feelings, making us like unto them, pushing us toward that end since the beginning. Let us think about something happy, Hildegard. If we really can kill Herr what will you do to do? What do you want? Oh my god, what will you want to do? You don't need to say it, I already know. You want freedom. Every time you pick up a sword, it's for the same reason. You can't stand those arrogant nobles, the ones who don't even treat us like people. You never could. What about you? You can guess, I'm sure. Who knows me better than you? I have my doubts about these two. I don't know if we can trust them, but I do like them. I do actually really like them. Cool characters. The sun is about to set. Soon all the clouds will fade away with the last thread of golden light. We need to destroy the Genesis Horn quickly. Are you giving up? You conspired with the Lich to use it to obtain Herr ultimate power, right? That power, getting it under control, would mean granting Lefania her sharpest sword. But Fremont and I have tried so many different methods to force our way into that space. It's really something. The one who finally managed to open the way was an outsider. Whatever her motives, she has given us a chance. I will not allow an unknown threat to continue looming over Lefania. Of course, I would rather it descend more safely and discreetly, but at least we can end it now. If you made up your mind, the Liches will show you to the throne of the Witch King. Young Lich, you've been here all along? It's her again. Don't misunderstand me, Lefania's eternal grace. I am but a lowly messenger. Kill me, you will gain nothing but a thread scattered on the wind. I have received a message from the Master. He is presently within the Genesis Horn. Only by joining forces with the Oster authority to once again strike down the power of Herr we disperse the dark clouds hanging on a Zwillingstürme. Very well then. But the Master also warns that the Genesis Horn is as unstable as you and he both anticipated. Once Herr power dissipates, the spire of the Witch King within the void will collapse, losing the barrier between reality and Kagerreich may cause a more serious problem. When the final moment comes, your choice will decide the fate of Lefania, as it ever has. But a single friend. Liches always come and go with the wind, free enough to be oh so irritating. Michael, I'm here. Find the lich from before and the young man raised by Fremont. Do what you can to protect the people in the amphitheater, in the off chance that... There is no off chance. You and Evingard will surely return victorious. Once more, what is our mission? To eliminate any threat to Lefania at its source. Good. The Gesas Watchers stand ready. Remember, your signal is my command. When the time comes, if there are no new orders, they will act. Klimat. Go. Yeah. Liselotte, we should move out too. Both the Liches and the Kurfürsten always thinking about the fate of Lefania. What about our fate? We've been here atop the 2 tallest spires in Lefania for over 2 decades. Does Lefania really belong to us? Or are we still just her chosen vassals carrying the fate of the country on sword and shield? Let's deal with the problem at hand first. That's a sentence I've heard too many times now. Our duet remains tacit, but this is the way we were born, no? So long as we play, we cooperate. That is the mission we have been given. No matter the time, we will always have our misunderstanding. Indeed, I have no doubt that we will once again achieve victory for Lefania. But sooner or later you will have to face me to answer me. Hildegard, when we kill Herkumshorn again, what will you want to do? You're taking such great risk to bring the future to Lefania. But what is that future? Huh. Fuck are we doing? Oh, okay. We're still battling those stupid shade things. Ugh, it's getting louder. You can't kill the echoes, they died a long time ago. And they're emerging from another space. The twins are ready to enter the Genesis Horn. The spatial turbulence will be more intense there. You'll need to use strings to hold the horn, but who knows how long we can drag it. Go, this is something only a Lich can do. As for me, I must cover the old man and Ebenholz's retreat. Only by blocking those dark things can the people be safe. That's the only way those who've entered the Genesis Horn can return safely. Do you need me to stitch up your wounds for you? 9. The pain keeps me awake. I nearly forgot. Right, that's what allows you to move undisturbed by the notes. Unlike the other Lefanians in the amphitheater, who've mostly succumbed to the altered tune of goodness Gesats. That's a good thing too. If they heard the sounds of the remnants emanating from the land of the dead, they'd lose their minds. The Gesas Watcher and the Twin Empresses are doing what they can to weave melodies and defend the people's sanity. Once the Kaiser stop playing and enter the Genesis Zone, only the Gesas Watcher will be left. Their arts are very strong, but arts are arts. How can they resist the chaos of the void? The same goes for you, Lessing. Both your body and your will are being consumed. Your blood will run dry. Are you saying that I'm not an immortal Lich? So what if you were? It is precisely because we're Liches that we understand the absolute nature of chaos. It's like unto boundless knowledge. Then what should we do? Amid our insignificance and helplessness, do nothing and wait for a greater power to crush us? Wait for your chaos to devour us? I won't. I'd rather take my life into my own hands and listen to the sound of the last drop of blood falling from my wounds as I collapse. Stubborn. I still remember all those years ago when the Master rescued you from the Gendarmerie. We all thought you were minutes from death. You were so small, so thin, so fragile. Like you would shatter if touched by a strand of thread. But you survived, covered in scars, with a temperament more and more like the Master. Danke. It was you who helped me survive, just like the Liches who helped Lefania for so many years. Hey, he smiled again, hell yeah. These two are homies, I can tell. The twins are moving. I should find the other Liches. Lessing, my unorthodox little brother. I'll listen for your voice on the wind. I just hope what I find with my friends won't be your dying breaths. Oh fuck. The dead don't feel pain or exhaustion. They surge endlessly from the cracks between reality and chaos, repeating the last howl they gave before death. Once the movement is gone, will it be just you making such noise? It sounds truly awful. He slowly unwinds the wrappings on his longsword. The cloth is long enough to use to cover his ears, but he doesn't do that. After so many years of hard work, Lessing has grown accustomed to the focusing of his attention on the edge of his blade. The theme of Lefania will be rewritten by each and every one of us. And before that, it's just a battle. Victory or defeat, life or death, none of it bears consideration. Fucking gangster, dude. Fucking gangster, let's go. That was sick. That was so sick. Ooh, yes, that's the last one. Oof. That is tomorrow. Tomorrow we will finish this. Anyway. Yeah, as I said, tomorrow we will finish the story here. So, for now, thank you for watching, comrades. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, do leave a like. And if you have any thoughts about the story so far, the very end that we are nearing, do leave a comment. I'm very interested to know what you think about this, actually. So, yeah. Yeah, if you like what you saw here and you want more content from me, do subscribe. That would be very much appreciated. And I will see you very soon once again, comrades. This was a long one. I think we're going to have a long day tomorrow, though. Much longer. Anyway, thanks for watching. I will see you very soon once again, comrades. До свидания.